Good morning. I'm going to get a couple of settings set up in here. Happy middle of December, if you can believe that. I'm just shocked that we are here. Can you believe that? So this is the perfect time to um, just kind of have this theme. I just couldn't think of a more fitting theme than Unwrap Your Potential, because we are about to have Christmas. We're about to be unwrapping all the gifts. We're about to be doing what we know. My son is texting me. He was taking a big test this morning and he did well. So for those of you who were praying, I appreciate it. So, but today we are unwrapping our potential, which means we are not just setting goals. We're uncovering the gifts within ourselves. And so that we're ready to shine in 2024, because everything right now should be about being present, finishing out 2023 with not just good vibes and a positive spirit, but just good attitudes and that sort of stuff. And so as we finish out 2023, I want to make sure that the best of ourselves is there. So I want to start with a reflection exercise. And so in the reflection exercise, we're going to just reflect on the journey that we've had in 2023. Okay. So I want you to think about the lessons that you've learned in 2023, the challenges that you've overcome. I want you to think about the victories that you've celebrated, big and small. And I want you to think about the word that kind of encapsulates that journey this year. And if you want to, you can put that word in the chat. If you're watching this on replay, you can put the word in the comments. So just sharing, my 2023 word was abundance. And I saw abundance in every facet of my life. I saw abundance in my business, my wealth relationship. I saw abundance in my health relationship, losing the weight, hitting the goals. And I saw abundance in my personal relationships with people. And I also sought abundance in some goals for myself, some stuff that I normally just don't normally do, like hired a housekeeper, got pedicures and manicures regularly, those sorts of things. I just created abundance in everything that I did. And I was really rewarded with that word this year. And so I don't know what kind of a year you had, but hopefully you had a word. And if you didn't, it's a great time to start setting one up for 2024, a word. Okay. So just kind of be thinking about that. But let's just kind of walk through the journey that was 2023. First, we're going to focus on gratitude. So I want you to think about the things that you are grateful for in 2023. Just like stop and think about it. If you are not driving, which I think Laura might be, so don't close your eyes. But if you are not driving, close your eyes. And I want you to think about what moments, experiences, or people brought you fulfillment, brought you joy. And this is going to help us set a positive tone for the rest of this exercise, because it is a challenge to be reflective. Okay. So one of the things that you should be able to focus on in your gratitude is your achievements. What achievements did you have this year? Did you get a new job? Did you get a promotion? Did you lose weight? Did you hit your weight goal? Did you run a marathon for the first time? Did you run a 5K for the first time? What did you do? What are you grateful for? What did you set goal-wise? And what did you accomplish? And I want you to just celebrate, like I said, both big and small things. It's the small victories lead up to big ones. So we always celebrate the small victories, always, always. And so this is going to help us build a sense of accomplishment. This is going to boost our confidence for the rest of this exercise. So just kind of think about that. What achievements did you have? So I'm going to share a couple of mine. I was able to quadruple my online coaching business. I've been able to help more women than I've ever helped. So that was huge. I have gone on several trips this year that I wanted to do with my family. And that was huge for me, taking that out, planning that out, mapping that out. And then I really honestly think just my weight loss journey, being so open about that and helping people understand that menopausal weight gain definitely has its different challenges, because I am a fitness instructor. I work out pretty consistently. Menopause will kick your butt. And so learning how to overcome that challenge for me has created more opportunities to help women. So that's been a huge achievement for me. So what are some things for you? I would love for you guys to take notes and then just kind of either message them to me or put them in the comments. So some lessons learned. So lessons learned are always challenge based. So what challenges did you face in 2023? How did you overcome those difficulties? I mean, how did you tackle those? What lessons did you learn? Because every single thing we go through is an opportunity for growth. Every single thing that we go through is an opportunity to learn, to change. And so what happened for you? Some personal setbacks I had was a raccoon infestation, which caused a huge roof replacement, which revealed several things in the bathroom, which revealed that I needed to replace the bathroom, which I'm still in the process of, because that's just not an overnight thing. And what did I learn? The biggest thing that I learned is that anything is possible. You just have to be open-minded to how you get there. And so that was probably the biggest thing that I learned through those challenges. There's been other challenges. My kids have had some health issues. I've had a son leave for the Air Force, different things like that. And I think I really just chose to have an open spirit this year and just really embrace those things. My hope is I can take that into 2024, which I can't wait to reveal my word for 2024 to you. When I say it, you're going to be like, oh, that kind of makes sense. But I'm excited about that. And I'll do that at the end of this class today. So personal growth. How have you grown as an individual? How have you grown? How have you changed this year? Do you feel like you moved backwards or forward? Did you acquire some new skills? Did you, like I said, run a race that you've never run? Did you try something new? How has your perspective evolved? How has your value or beliefs changed? Or have they been more solidified? Do you feel more convicted? I just want you to recognize your own development, your own resilience in everything that you went through this year. You're still here. That's made you 100% resilient and successful. So you are resilient. Now you know that. Tell me how. What about relationships? Relationships with others. That was not my shining moment this year. I struggled with some of the relationships in my life to the point that I have pretty much cut them off, which is unfortunate. But sometimes you have to remove the people from your life that are trying to tear you apart instead of support you and lift you up. And they are doing their best to hurt you. Those are not the people to keep around, right? And so that's unfortunately for me, I've had to cut some of that out. So I really feel like I could have done better. And for 2024, that is a focus of mine, to do better in my relationships. But I heard this quote once that if you go back to a relationship where somebody hurt you, it's like putting on dirty underwear after a shower. So I'm not saying to go back to the relationship, but I'm saying that if there's an opportunity for it to evolve from where and go somewhere new, I'm open. I'm trying to be open to everything, right? When you reflect on relationships, that fosters emotional intelligence, which is a really critical part of the intuition of who we're supposed to be becoming. And we become that person more and more and more through the years. But relationships are an intricate part of that. So don't forget that. That's really important to remember. Values and priorities. Have these shifted for you at all? Have you created more priorities in regard to your health? Spending time around me. Hopefully that's helped you in a good way. I had a lady this morning say she wasn't going to weigh until January 10th. And my response is, that's not very wise. Denial doesn't help anybody. Lying to yourself doesn't help anybody. It's going to hurt not just you, but the people around you. So I'm not saying weigh in every day, but don't hide from your weight. Go ahead and weigh in, because you can't. So let's say there are 5 more parties for you to go to this year. That is 5 meals. There are still a lot of meals left in the year. So you need to focus on the lot of meals, not those 5, and throw everything away just because of those 5. That's silly thinking. We don't think like that, right? So where are your priorities? How can your actions align with your core values? What are your core values? What are they? Can you spout them? Our core values here are that healthy looks good on everyone. Our core values are that we take fitness, we empower women, we help women grow, change, and learn how to be the best versions of themselves. And that is who we are. in this group, in this company. That's who we are. What will you carry forward? What are you going to leave here in 2023? What negative can you choose to put down before we get to the end? Before we get to the end of 2023, what can you put down? Because this could be something that you could commit to moving forward. There could be something where you want to learn something new, like how to play a musical instrument, different stuff like that. But some negative stuff that you had happen to you, like maybe you had a year filled with illness. Maybe you had a year filled with a breakup or relationship ending. Maybe you had a year where you lost your job. Maybe this wasn't a great year for you. Well, brand new. 2024 is brand new. It's a brand new year, brand new opportunity to create what you want to carry forward into that next year. And we don't want to carry resentment. We don't want to carry things that are heavy, that are going to weigh us down, negativity, those sorts of things. So what could you carry forward? Is it just a commitment to personal growth? Is it maintaining your relationships? Is it pursuing specific goals? What is it? What do you want to carry into 2024? Who do you want to become? Right? And then I want you to think about, as you think about what you're leaving behind, I want you to realize that you can't make space for positive change until you let go of these negative aspects of your life. You cannot make space for positive change until you let go. Have you heard the analogy of picking up all the rocks in your yard to put them in a jar, but you can't get more rocks, or let's say it's pennies or money or something like that, but you can't get more money until you open your fist and drop it so that you have an open hand. You have to have an open heart. So we have to let go of those things that are weighing us down. You have to go ahead and put your rocks in the jar for 2023 and not carry them into 2024 so that you have an open hand for opportunity, right? And I just want you to think about writing it down. We're doing a vision board party. If you're not personally invited via in person, then I am going to be posting a Zoom link. Please join us. We're going to be doing it sometime around 9 a.m. on December 30th. It's going to be about an hour, maybe two tops, probably about an hour, hour and a half. We're going to run through and focus on all the things that we want to change for 2024. We want all of those things to be different. So we want the foundation for growth and success in 2024, no matter what that is for you. And so let's talk about some goals really quick. I don't want to keep you too much longer, but I knew today was going to run a little bit long. We want to identify areas of improvement. You know, do you need to lose weight? Do you need to get stronger? Do you need to be more consistent? Do you need accountability? Do you need a coach? That is what I'm here for, right? What do you need in 2024? What is going to be actionable steps so that you can hit these goals, so that you have tangible progress? That's what we want, is tangible progress for our goals, right? And we want to set SMART goals: specific, measurable, relevant, time-bound, goal with a deadline. That's what we are doing, right? Those things are important to know. How do you set SMART goals? Take your big goal. Let's say you want to lose 80 pounds next year. Now break that down. How many weeks are there? There are 52 weeks. Divide 80 by 52. Is that feasible? Because you only want to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week. And I know that some of you have done weight loss surgery and whatnot. If you're coming down from that and regaining weight, this is why we lose 1 to 2 pounds a week, because we want it to be permanent. We are gradually training our body how to adjust to that new weight, gradually, permanently, and sustainably, say that 10 times fast. Those things are really important. These goals, when you set your goals like this creates less overwhelm. And then goals that are less overwhelming create a true roadmap for success. So keep that in mind, okay? As you walk along this new path and you think about this and you start writing stuff down, and this is the time to start doing that. We are halfway through December. We are just a few days away from Christmas. It's time to start writing that stuff down and really starting to think about the commitment for 2024. What are going to be the most significant for you, those goals? How can you make them a top priority? How can you make them work for you? Can you shift your budget so that you can hire a coach? Can you join classes? I have openings. Can you join other classes at gyms who are not me, but they still have openings, right? I don't ever discourage people from going to work out. That's who I am. That's what we do. Your plan is really important. So I want you to just kind of set those action goals in an outline or a list so that you know where to start, you know how to prioritize. We are here for support. I am here. Laura is here. There are other people in this group that have been with me for decades. And so seek support. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And that trust and accountability can be a huge motivator, huge motivator. I encourage you to reach out to somebody that's past where you are. Why? Because it's going to make you just slightly uncomfortable, because it's going to make you feel like, oh gosh, I could be further along. That's not a bad thing. It's not a game of comparison. It's about putting yourself into situations where you can change and grow. And you can't change and grow if you're going to meet the person who is at the same level as you, struggling. Doesn't mean that you don't hang out with them. Of course you do. But try to pull somebody into your crew that is a little bit further than you so that you have someone that's stretching you a little bit more. Okay? Be flexible. Don't be afraid to celebrate milestones along the way. Those are two really important things. If you are flexible within your goals, you will get there faster, because you have to realize that it's not an overnight success. I don't know how many times I will measure a client. They're like, oh, my weight's down. And then I will get a text the next day. And the message is, my weight's creeping back up. No, it's not. Your weight is doing what it's doing. Your weight is always the average of 7 days. It's not creeping back up. It's doing what it's doing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. There is times that there's always going to be up, down. It's like the stock market, right? But we want that low, slow, steady drop. And that low, slow, steady drop looks like this. Doesn't go like this. It goes, and then it keeps going down, 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 right? So we monitor, we adjust, we're flexible. We celebrate the milestones. I'm down a pound. So if you're down a pound in 2 weeks of time frame, you're officially down a pound. That's awesome. Way to go. Big deal. Don't worry if it creeps back up a little bit and then it will drop down again, right? Don't get so hung up on that number that you let it dictate your emotions, because that's not going to help anybody, especially not your family. Our poor husbands have to put up with a lot. Reflect regularly. If your coach is offering coaching calls, plug into those. Those are huge. That's where we connect. That's where we help each other through these hard moments. That's where we refresh and remind ourselves why we did this in the first place. That is where we come together as a team, those coaching calls. They're usually, for our group, it's not too long, maybe 15 or 20 minutes long, but they're really important. Make sure you write it down. A goal that's not written down is just something you thought about. It's just an idea. Write it down. That's where vision boards come in handy. I hang mine right outside the bathroom door. I pee a lot. Yay, menopause, right? So every time I come out of the bathroom, bam, it's in my face. And I hit so many of my goals because of where I hung my board. I can almost promise you. So listen, where we are going in 2024, this potential that we are unwrapping right now, so that we can slide it into January 1st, 2024 at midnight. It's meaningful growth and achievement. It's knowing where you came from. It's knowing where you're going. And it's knowing that your abilities and intelligence and your resilience are unlocking the potential of who you're truly becoming. And I don't want you to forget that. Actionable goals. And we're going to talk a lot about that. So listen, I hope you'll join us for our Wellness Wednesday at 8 p.m. It's a live Facebook Live, not a Zoom class. That Wellness Wednesday is something that we do each week, unless it's a holiday or something like that, or if I've gotten sick or something. Hopefully that's done for the whole rest of 2023, right? But we are going to talk about menopausal teas. I get asked that a lot, like what herbs will help? There's no cure-all. There's not, but I'm going to introduce you to some teas that have helped me, have helped some of my mentors in my life. And I'm also giving away a tea package, a menopausal tea package, and some honey from one of my clients who is, I'm going to say it wrong, aviary's birds. Apiary is the bees, I believe. So she'll correct me if I'm wrong. Her name is Miss Leela. So anyway, share with us all your goals for 2024. Share with me your word. Oh, my word. My word for 2024 is the word empower. And empower is a word that just keeps kind of coming back into my feed. It is how Empowered Coaching got its name. So if you'll notice, it says empower, and then there's a D because it's Coach D. It is run by me. So it's not spelled your typical empowered. It does not have an extra E in it. So it's just empowered D. That is me, right? So I want to, my biggest goal for 2024 is to take everything that I have done in 2023 and really solidify empowering the women that I have helped to continue their journey. Because none of us are promised tomorrow. God forbid, should something happen to me, I want to make sure that I have equipped every woman to be able to handle it. But I want to empower my children. I want to empower myself to try and do new things that scare me. I have 2 out-of-country trips planned for 2024, which I've never done before. I've never traveled internationally, so I'm really excited about that. And I also have a couple of fun things planned with my husband. I want to empower my husband as he walks into 2024 and all the challenges that he faces, that he has got some solid support behind him, that he is, you know, a man's man. I want to just empower everybody in my life, but I also want to empower my health journey. I'm empowering my wealth journey. I'm empowering my relationships. And that is a big part of who I want to become in 2024. So hopefully you'll share your word with me. I would love to hear it. I would love to encourage you on it, and just congratulate you for taking the time to create one so that you have somewhere to go, so that you actually have a focus. Write things down and let's do this. Let's just capture 2024. Love ya.